and he just went, "Move your fucking car," like really aggressively. And I was just like, bloody hell, you know. And he looked like quite a big guy. I couldn't tell, he looked like quite a big guy, but I thought, no, I'm standing my ground. I was like, no, we're not moving our car. And then immediately just... Good morning. Today is Sunday the 12th of September, so I've got 1 week, exactly 1 week until the Bristol 10k, and today I'm doing about 6 miles, maybe less, maybe more, really easy, just keep my legs moving. So I've finished all my training for the 10k. Bear in mind I've done hardly any running at all. Most of the training I've been doing has actually been swimming and a bit of cycling. But I've done some run sessions, and today I'm just doing an easy run. The plan is to do 2 more easy runs between now and next Sunday with a few swims, and that's it. So that's my taper. So the last video I made was on the last day of the Lake District, and as you probably saw in the video, in typical fashion, I finished my run, my virtual run, and then 30 minutes later the sun comes out and it's a beautiful day. Typical. Right, well, that's that. So we ended up staying around on the Sunday until about close to 5 o'clock, and we didn't get home until about 11. So it was a really long day. Drove for about an hour, stopped, had food, and then I did 4 hours straight driving all the way until I got home, which was exhausting to say the least. But that's that. And then I had to be in work the next day at 8 AM. I had a meeting at 8 AM, which was the last thing I wanted. So I did that, and I was pretty exhausted. I'm still recovering now, to be honest. Okay, I'm just going up to Greyfield Wood, which is across this road over here. And we're going to go in. It's probably going to be quite busy, so I'll try and speak to you once I get in there. I'm in Greyfield Wood, and I'm regretting it already. It's hyper busy in here, really annoying. I'll probably be quieter because schools have gone back, but nope, families everywhere, blocking the path. It's really frustrating when this place used to be really quiet, but especially since COVID, it's hyper busy all the time now. This bit at the moment so far is a bit quieter, luckily, but it's gonna be tricky to film. So I got back, so Monday, the meeting. I actually managed to go for a swim as well. Felt tired, helped me a little bit though. Then on Tuesday night, about 8:30 after putting my son to bed, I managed to get out in the local little fields from my house and do a sort of session. One lap is approximately, of this like path that goes around it, it's approximately about 500 meters. So I did one hard, about 3 minutes recovery, 2 minutes recovery, 2 hard, slightly longer recovery, 3 hard, slightly longer recovery, 2 hard, and then 1. That felt quite hard on its own, so I think that's good enough. Ran it at a reasonable pace, under a 6-minute mile pace, so that was a bit annoying because I had a bit of a issue on starting my 3rd rep. Someone walking their dog and a dog jumped up on me, so I had about a minute to my recovery and start again. That was annoying. And the guy was like, "Oh, he's only playing, mate," but it's like, you know, I'm trying to do a session here. Then again, and it was dark as well. Don't know why, and this is about 9:30 at night by this time. Don't know why people are still walking their dogs at that time, but the thing I found around here is people walk their dogs all the time, at all hours. 3 o'clock in the morning, if you go out, you'll find a dog walker. So, right, just gonna stop a second. I'm taking it easy today, and it feels quite hard. So the reason it feels quite hard is because of that, and then Wednesday I did nothing. I was exhausted on Wednesday actually. I took a day off work for various reasons and did no exercise, but I was really tired. And we went to Cheddar Gorge, and when we were there we did a bit of walking, a tiny bit, and I just felt really exhausted. Had like an ice cream thing, so it wasn't exactly the best diet, but whatever. Then on Thursday I had physio, and in the evening I wasn't sure my calf was going to hold out because I've been having problems with my calf, as if you've been watching my videos you probably would know. But did a physio session, and then I did 4 times mile rep. And the way I didn't know what recovery to have, so I did a mile, then decided. So I ended up giving myself 10 minutes per rep in recovery, so whatever my rep was plus the remainder is recovery. And I was going along the 2 tunnels to do it. It was a really humid night. Today's actually really hot as well, but it was a really muggy night. There's a squirrel over there, you can see him. And it was like 19 degrees, but it felt hotter. Today is about 19 degrees and it feels hotter. The tunnel was slightly cooler, but it's kind of humid, so it's kind of misty as I was going through, which is quite cool. And as you run through the tunnel, there's these sort of art installations that create this sort of music. So you get about halfway through and you get this sort of strange background music playing through. It's quite nice. But what's nice about the tunnels is they've got markings. So for starters, I noticed that the tunnel said it's 1,670 meters long, so it's just over a mile. And as you go through on the floor, you have these markers about every 100 meters, so you know where you are. I didn't notice them at first, only towards the end. So I was doing those, and I was quite pleased with how that came out. So the first one was going towards Bath, and that's ever so slightly uphill for most of it. And I ran that in 6:08. So it's probably about, whenever I went through the mile in, it would have been probably about another 15 seconds to get to the end of the tunnel. So I would have run the mile about 15 seconds before I got to the end. So I was running under 6-minute mile pace there, and uphill. It felt quite hard. The next one, I was already starting to feel it, and I ran, and it's probably slightly downhill for most of the way, or it's kind of flat, but there's just a slight gradient. You don't really notice it when you're going backwards, but when you go up, you kind of notice it. And that one was, 6:02. So that kind of works out roughly equal with the gradient. And I was quite happy with that, because that would have been the equivalent to probably about a 5:45 mile. So that's quite good. And then I was starting to wonder if I could complete the session after that. But I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll give it a go. I'll start the next one and carry on. So I started the next one, and that was the harder way, going up slightly. That was 6:15, but reasonably solid considering. By that point I took my top off because I was hot. And then on the last one, I came back and I managed to keep it strong and push it a little bit towards the end. The last sort of 100-200 meters I picked up, pretending it was the end of the race sort of thing. And I ran a 5:58, which was a bit slower than I expected because of the effort. But again, that's probably worth a 5:40 mile. So I was quite happy with that. I felt tired at the end, but that, including the bits of walking in between and the warm-up and the cool-down and the strides and things, was about 7 miles of running. It's probably the longest I've run so far for quite a while. Probably since I twisted my ankle. So that was that. And then yesterday, what's today? Today's Sunday. So Friday I swam, did 1.3k, and yesterday didn't really do too much. Managed to rest mostly. And so today, my son's at a birthday party, so I dropped them off. I've got another hour and 15 minutes before I got to get back. And then, so I'm coming here to run. It's a bit late in the day, it's a bit warm, and there's a lot of people around. Although this bit just here is quite quiet. I haven't seen anyone since I stopped. Actually, right now, as I'm talking, my calf, so this is the calf that's problematic, it's just here. So it's sort of all down here. It gets really tight, and it feels like it's knotted up. That's starting to get quite tight. And I've only run probably about, what mile now? About two and a bit miles. I think I need to keep moving. I'm just going to stretch, actually. I'm allowing myself to stretch my calf quite a lot on these runs, just to ensure that it doesn't get too tight. So on Tuesday, what's that dog doing? Where'd he come from? You usually see the dog first, then the owner. I'm going to stop and I'll talk to you in a bit. So I had a bit of drama on Tuesday. Tuesday morning, so it was my son's first day at school on Tuesday. So we took him there, and that was kind of strange, you know. And say goodbye. Then I was driving to work, and about a couple of minutes down the road, I was going down, and there was it's going down a country lane. Well, not country lane, a country road, not like a major road. And this car in front of me had stopped. And I was thinking, what's that car doing stop in front? And there was another car on the other side of the road, facing this way, stopped, and they were chatting. And I thought, oh God, what are they doing, having a chat in the middle of the road? Then the other car drove off, and the one in front of me didn't really move, and I thought, what's going on? And a few seconds later, I noticed why. There were 3 little baby pigs, little piggies, in the road, in front of the car, little black ones. And so I think the car was trying to sort of, well, I don't think they knew what to do, so I just followed behind for a little while. And I didn't really know what to do either, to be honest. I needed to get to work, so I just carried on. About 5 minutes went past, and there was quite a big queue of traffic behind us already. And I'm thinking, oh God, what's going to happen here? And after a little while, the car in front stopped. She pulled over to the right and blocked the lane on the other side, and got out and was like, you know, don't really know what to do. I've got my kids in the car, and I'm trying to stop these pigs from getting hurt. And she said apparently one of the cars said that the pigs come from the farm back that way on the left. So I thought, okay, I moved my car as close to hers as I could, and sort of said, I'll walk with you and try and encourage the pigs to go back to the farm, because she said she was a bit scared of pigs. So I thought, and as I did that, there was a car, I don't know, a bit back, and they beat their horn. I thought, oh no, I'm not looking forward to this, because all the cars behind are probably going to be thinking, oh come on, you're blocking the road, you know, get out of the way or whatever. Didn't really have a choice, to be honest, because I was kind of blocked in anyway at that point. So I'm walking down a little bit, and then next thing I notice, must have been about 3 or 4 cars behind me, a black car, small one, and had the window down, and there was a lady in there, and she was shouting at the lady that was walking with me, and all I just heard her say was, move your f***ing car. And I thought, bloody hell, that's not the attitude to take. So I got really annoyed at that, and I walked up a little bit closer, and I said, no, you have to wait, we've got to get these pigs back, you just got to wait. And then I think it must have been her boyfriend, or could have been brother. They were both nasty pieces of work. He was in the other side, and he just went, move your f***ing car, like really aggressively. And I was just like, bloody hell, you know. And he looked like quite a big guy. I couldn't tell, he looked like quite a big guy, but I thought, no, I'm standing my ground. I was like, no, we're not moving our car. And then immediately just got out of the car, slammed the door, and just stomped around right up to my face. And he said, I'll knock you out, mate. And I thought, God's sake. So obviously the adrenaline was going, and this guy was probably about 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'2", quite big. He took steroids, big guy, strong, and I don't know what kind of fighting training he's had, or you know, how tough he is, I don't know. But I'm just, you know, I've had enough experiences in my life where I've been pushed around by people, so I'm not going to let anyone push me around. Even if he was going to punch me and knock me out, I wasn't going to let him push me around. So I just said, no, we're not moving our car. And he was just right on my head, and I said, so what's that going to achieve? I said, if you hit me, what are you going to get from that? I said, look, and all these people here in these cars, they're witnessing you. If you punch me, you're going to prison. And he said, I don't care, I'm going to prison next week anyway. Oh God, bloody hell. So I got so pissed, I got so annoyed with him. I just went, you f***ing and he turned around again. I think he was going to walk off actually at that point, but he turned around again, and I can't remember what else I said after that, but I just got, you know, I was a bit flabbergasted by his impatience and intolerance. Just stop a second, I feel quite tired actually. And so I tried to sort of, for some reason, part of my brain just tried to reason with them, and he started walking back to his car. And I think what happened is, as I was having this little conflict with this guy, the lady that was with me had walked back to her car and moved it back to the other side of the road. As he was getting in, I was just like trying to reason with him, saying, why be like this? Why be such an idiot? Why not be a nice person? Your life would be much better. And completely pointless. But I tried anyway, and I got in the car, and then the lady just sort of put her foot on the floor, and they just sort of did a wheel spin and drove around. As they were doing that, I remembered I left my car door open thinking it'd be fine because everyone had stopped. And I thought, oh no, are they going to smash into my car door and smash it off? I don't think they realised that my car was actually the one that was second from the front. But they drove past it anyway and it was fine. But yeah, that was quite an unexpected turn of events. Got me shook up a little bit, the adrenaline was going. I didn't feel too bad afterwards actually. I've had conflicts like that before where it's really got to me the whole day. But this time I didn't really let it get to me too much. I was thinking about it, but I didn't really let it get to me too much. After that, the pigs were sort of up in front of me, and so the farmer came, a lady with two guys, and because she had actually said something to the guy while he was there, so she's like, leave him alone. I don't think that's why he stopped, but I think that kind of helped a bit. And I tried to help them sort of pen the pigs in. One of them ran into a field, and the other two, they caught them. And they said, oh, thanks for your help. And I went, and the other lady was really grateful too. And I drove to work. And that was that, really. That's what happened on the Tuesday morning, on my son's first day at school. Really unexpected. Right, I'm going up this way now, and I'll speak to you in a bit. That's nice. That's new. I think last time I came through here, there was some sugar. Well, sorry about that. A bee just came up to me and just sort of flew here and it kept coming towards me, so I had to back off a little bit. Yeah, last time I came here, this thing here must have been because there were some people, the guys that own this huge house over here, probably the only house here I think it is. They were digging something up. That must be what they were making. It's lovely, really blends in with the background, with the forest. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully there'll be no more drama between now and the Bristol 10K next week. But I was thinking about that actually once I got into my car and I was driving to work, and it kind of dawned on me that even though I was standing up to this guy, and you never know what happened, he might have been really slow and I might have been able to have dodged him and, you know, tackled him if I needed to and whatever, who knows, you just don't know, do you? But chances are if he'd punched me like he threatened to, because he had his fist right up against me, he was within a metre of me, then he might have hit me and he could have killed me, because I've seen, you know, if someone's strong like that, if they get a good shot, they can just hit you, cause an aneurysm, bleed into the brain or something like that, and that could be it, game over, or paralysis or something. So actually, on what was my son's first day of school, could have been my last day as well alive, or as a able-bodied person. So that kind of was a bit grounding when I thought about that. I thought, oh, actually, yeah, something that you didn't expect can just happen, and before you know it, you could be, well, it could be the end of you. So yeah, something I'll be careful of in the future. Gone the wrong way. I should have gone this way. Way too overgrown. Oh, this was a bad idea. Should have just stuck to the main trail. That's what you get for trying to make the route more interesting. I had hoped that Becky would join me on this run, because I haven't run ever since the first vlog I did, But she's too busy today. She's got some exam or something to prepare for tomorrow. And unfortunately, she's also having problems with her hamstring still. And she's not sure if she's going to be able to... Oh, where am I going? No, this way. She's not sure if she's going to be able to make the race next week, which would be a real shame, especially since she's the one that got me to do it in the first place. So hopefully she'll be able to make it, fingers crossed. But there's not much I can do about it, so I'm on my own today, and possibly next week I'm on my own. And we'll just have to see how things go. So between now and next week, I'm just gonna take it easy, do a few runs here and there, a couple of swims, stretch and things, try and eat well, try and sleep well. At the moment my right calf's hurting quite a lot, which is annoying, so I'm just gonna have to see how that goes. I don't think I recognise this path. Looks like it's blocked. Let's try and get through anyway. Here we are. There's a waterfall just over this way. If it's not too busy, I'll try and show you a few clips of it. Let's go around here. Oh, it's quite muddy here. Very muddy, see? Yeah, I love this place. It's one of my favourite places. And one of my favourite places to run. Well, it used to be, because to be honest, now it's just so busy all the time. Unless you come here early in the morning or late evening, or in the winter maybe. Especially since COVID. Alright, let's go and have a look and see if we can find this waterfall. Here it is. It's not too impressive at the moment because it is summertime and the water flow is very low. Oh yeah, it's not very impressive at all today. It's like a little treacle. In the winter it looks quite nice because it's really, the water really flows over. Still dangerous though, still slippery, so you've got to be careful. In the 80s there was a TV series about Robin Hood, which was partly filmed in these woods. And there's one episode which I faintly remember, and they use this waterfall in the scene, but they make it look really mystical when they've got smoke and skulls and things like that. I think it was some sort of ceremony or something. I think it was called something like Robin of Sherwood. I'm not really sure. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see. Anyway, a nice little fact for you. So got about another mile to jog before I get back to the car. Legs aren't great, but hopefully by next week they'll be fine. But until next week, when hopefully you'll see me on the start line of the Bristol 10k, I will leave you here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Blackberries, yummy. Nothing beats a few good blackberries in your run. I thought I missed all the blackberries because they normally stop fruiting by the end of August, and it's the 12th of September, so make the most of it while you can. There's quite a lot around here actually. Alright, it's late. Oh, okay. I shouldn't talk when I'm trying to eat. Or I shouldn't try and talk when I'm eating. That'll have to do. I've got to get back now. Oh, there's more here. Oh, can't resist a good blackberry. Oh, that's a sour one. Right, let's go.